Guys, back. Today we're going to be doing a just redesigning the UI of the whole thing, just because it looks a bit, I don't know, it just looks a bit ugly. So it's going to turn off the map, but we're going to keep out there so we know what that is. We also have the shop, not that one, shop, but we're going to be redesigning that a different day because we haven't actually finished with it yet. We still have the recommended like item set kind of thing, which I've got ideas of how we're going to do it, but it seems a bit messy, so I'm going to be doing that probably a bit later. Okay, so what we want to do is we're actually going to move up the whole tooltip just out of the way. Now, that's going to stop up, so we won't. Now, I like this design, this whole kind of, curviness associated. It's quite a good design, actually. So I will probably make one like this, but the problem is if you're going to make a panel, most likely you'll get the panel like this. So this will count as a UI panel. But we're probably going to start off putting something like that. So I'll find my GIMP, open it up, and maybe design something as simple as that. So we're probably going to downscale things quite a bit, so we're going to sound like maybe just, that should be big enough. Yeah. Oh no, it won't be. We want to make it at least 1920 by 10/200 because it's way too big. I mean, if that's the screen, that probably takes up a quarter of it. But if we say it takes up a third, then we're going to be right from most resolution. So we say it takes up a third, which is going to be, we're gonna have to have the 1920 wide, but the 1080s. So it's definitely gonna be 1920 because that's gonna be the max resolution we're supporting right now. And then the crossways height, we're probably gonna say 1200, but like a third of it, so about 400 pixels. Yeah, and so that's basically going to be our size. That's essentially going to be it. But the point is that we actually want to make it a bit bigger, just so we can kind of get that little bit of space, right? So actually gonna make it 500 like this. Now we do want to kind of have a little look at this and kind of take some inspiration from it, obviously. So we're gonna start working over here, and we're just gonna get our Windows toolbox. Obviously we've got Windows over here, and let's kind of start by simply, as you can see, just kind of sketching this out a bit. So it's gonna kind of look like this, and then it's kind of going to go back up. So basically like that. Like that, okay. So now we're actually going to start. So we're going to, because you can do this kind of shifting. What we're actually going to do is we're actually going to edit kind of the pixel area. So we're just going to kind of, we basically just want to start here. We just kind of want to have like a curve. So we kind of want to curve it down like this. But because of the curve, we may just want to kind of curve it down. Oh, this is really big, so we just want to kind of curve it down to halfway or 3/4. Maybe a bit more. But that's the point. It's trying to get this curve right, and this is going to be the hardest thing. Now, there's a kind of a tip I can give you. The problem is because we can't just guess square and go, okay, well that's this. But the thing is, then we can fill the square, right? So that's kind of the usefulness of this. But the thing is that we can actually kind of do the same for ellipsis. So you can kind of get a circle, and thanks to this tool, we can kind of align it how we want, like this. We can kind of extend it, but basically that's all we want, right? And we basically just want this area, and then from here, we kind of want to extend about here. Basically this is it. Maybe a bit lower like this, and we just kind of want to do that, and then we kind of want to come back up for this loss over here. So we have a very small curve. So basically we're just gonna kind of curve this a very tiny amount, and we're just gonna kind of curve it like that, kind of back up. I might as well just do something like this. But see, as it curves up, this is a really important thing. We don't want any of this because it just kind of curves up, right? So this is kind of just what you want, and then it doesn't really reach the top. So we're just going to take this, and then we're just going to kind of click out. That's kind of it. But the thing is, you may go, oh, why is it straight? Well, that's pretty easy to fix, right? It really is. We just kind of have to pick the right angle, kind of move it down like this, and then we can easily fix this area. The biggest problem here is this. That's not too bad since we can probably just fill this in. Apparently we can't. I can imagine just doing this. We'll just do this. Like this. There we go. And then there's this thing I want down here that we just kind of want to deal with, and that's basically it. And now this may not look like much, it may not really look like this nice design here, but it's basically it. Now this kind of has a nice edge to it, so we are just gonna maybe have a look at if we made it a bit nicer, what would happen. It probably could be a bit nicer, but see these curves here, these are actually something called a fake curve, because this curve really, this is quite a sharp corner here. But the problem is see how this goes like this? This actually really should actually have another circle to kind of make it less smooth. Now, the big issue is obviously if we did this, the whole thing goes like that, right? Now, I'm not particularly happy with this, so we're actually going to delete it, alright? Alright, I said delete. Damn it. And we're going to color this white. Right. So we're not particularly happy with this. Now the thing is that we want to start here, as we said. We basically just want to do this kind of thing, right? This whole idea of this. This whole size thing, we could probably work out proper sizes. But see, it kind of starts at straight. So we definitely want this straightness. And we definitely want this to be a bit lower because the things we also want this. See what I'm saying? We want this kind of nice curve. So really, we just kind of want something like this. But that's too sharp. This is kind of where the problem comes, is that you have this, you're trying to find a nice mixture between two. Because this thing kind of wants to go down like this. And then we kind of basically want to do a right angle, basically. So we're just going to try to do a right angle. And then we can smooth out a bit. Maybe a little bit of a smoother. Do always something like this. And do like a really long. Well, that's not too bad. Still get that right angle that we can smooth off like this. We'll try this. Damn it. That's fine. With this. And then we can do this. And we can kind of just get our tool here and just fill in the edges. Right now we're just basically just filling the background. This is just the background. So all these things are going to be on top of the background. So this is quite a nice thing. I actually really like this. So what we want to do here is we actually want to smooth this out. Like basically just like this kind of thing. So we can just kind of smooth out a bit. Like this. Too much moving. I think that's probably the... Maybe you can do it a little bit more. No, that's too much. I think that's pretty damn good. It kind of gets this nice smooth, and then this is quite big. Now, I quite like that. I'm pretty happy with that. So we do want to do... Big thing about this, I do want to say, is that we don't actually want to change, like, where things go. Because that's going to be different. So we just want to basically save this as a image. Go under Moba. This is our Moba. And then we're going to go Assets. And we're going to go Images. UI. And we're going to call this our Hub. UI Hub. Basically where all the UI goes to. And be right back. I just had a kind of a little accident. I just spilled a bunch of tea, which isn't great. That's fine. And now we're going to talk. Oh, sorry about that being on the screen. Yeah, I was just saying I was pretty happy with this. I think we did just save it. Yeah, we did. Okay, beautiful. Now, if we make this a sprite, it may move. Damn it, there may be a slight problem. We'll be fine. What we're going to do is we're actually going to color sense, and we're going to sense all color, then we're going to press delete. After we obviously add a layer. So you always have to add, what you do is you add something called a layer alpha channel. It's like, that doesn't survive. Then you go here and you select where you want, and you press delete, and it gives you that grayness, which allows me to export it as I want. Now under here, you'll see that this thing actually changes and it has grayscale now. Now we want to boost this up because it's quite important that we boost up, and we want to make it trending area so the edges kind of curve a bit nicer. You see, that's a pretty bad curve there. That was done by me mostly. I'm really bad at curving stuff like this. Now if you look at UI, all the stuff, our UI is actually going to be a bit different. Our UI is this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have something called our should we put an image? Alright, image called our UI panel. Alright, and then this goes here, and then basically this is this. This goes here. This stretches all the way to here, and all these things go on it as well as the map. Now the UI panel preserve aspect of C. It is important that this thing is on top. I don't know how we're gonna make it on top though. The biggest thing I can think of is obviously have all these things, pull them here, pull this to the end, you get it on top. And for some stupid reason it's like this, so it's gonna, oh, because of how we build it. See, I knew there was a problem. The image isn't wide enough. If we don't preserve aspect, we get this really bad image quality. Holy cow. So what we want to do is we actually want to get this aspect basically, and we're going to just make it bigger. I thought 1220 was going to be big enough. Obviously, apparently not. We've got to probably double it. How do we just make it 4,000 by 4,000? Oh, 2,500 by 2,500. Maybe like 900. We got to scale it properly. So 1920 by 400 was how we did it. Pixels per unit. 1. Oh, that's just a sprite renderer. What we want to do is we're trying to go image, bring down here, bring all the way across here, bring up a bit, and put this thing in it. Oh, that actually does what we want. Holy cow. Oh, it doesn't, but it looks not great, but it doesn't. It's not horrible. That's the thing. I'm fine with it. That's way too big. to be like this. But the thing is, this isn't big enough. Well, how about we just try it this way? So we're going to put our, if we would actually select it properly, put our mana bar, we're just going to turn off everything else, but obviously these, of course it doesn't select the one I want, just because it lets draw with me. And then same over here, because what the freak, why does it do this? And I doubt the text is going to be readable. Let me see, hello. I'll see if 155 whatever. Now we can put this in middle, so like actually works pretty nicely. And we're going to just change the color to be a bit different, so we can go like, I like that. Now we're going to make mana base the same. We may even just copy and paste this over. It's going to stuff up our script down here, which is the mana one, because it's going to say this text is missing, which it's not anymore. Damn it. HP. Make it a little bit bigger. Mana. Make it a little bit bigger. They're basically the same way. We probably can make mana a bit smaller. Make HP a bit bigger. I'm quite happy with this GUI so far. HP is probably a bit bigger. See how it's kind of like they both don't really fit together well? I don't know. Now we have text here, which is basically going to be this, and this, that, one. There we go. And then this is the whole thing, as usual. And then apparently it's going to do this. No, we're going to do the same for HP text, which is just going to be here to here, here to here. Then we're going to get HP, which is going to be over here. We're just going to line these up properly. All those things are lined up properly, and we got these ones over here. And then what we're going to do is now we're going to get the next part, which is going to be the character panel. Our base is going to downsize a bit. Now we're actually going to get this bit here, which is all the stats. I'm actually going to put these above here. AP, AD, MS, Armor, AS, cooldown. All that stuff can be here. Like this. But the thing is that they probably don't need to be this big. Wait, what? No. I think we said like 10, I don't know, like 50, 10. Wait, how big is this? Damn it. Let's say this way, then press 0, and 0, so it's 35.8. So 35.8. And then maybe like 100, like 80, 70, like that. That's basically it. And then we kind of just want to destroy it, and then just kind of move stats. I select all these and kind of do middle like this, so you can go and get this nice thing here. I'm actually going to put a little Maybe like a little background with that. So like an image. We can put like a little background. That looks awful, but we can create a new one. No. Okay, so we're gonna create a background.